You know what might be the greatest invention ever?
Oh, okay.
Black Forest Juicy Burst fruit snacks.
Never had them, but they sound good.
They're the sponsor of today's episode.
Are they? What's the brand?
Black Forest,
Black Forest
top
Juicy
tier
Burst.
juice-filled fruity snacks.
Let me
Fantastic.
find these near me. Where do you get them?
A fan favorite in the bird's nest.
Where do you buy 'em
In the
from?
basement with the birds. Jewel Osco.
I don't have a Jewel Osco near me.
Well, that sucks for you.
All right, one second. We're figuring out. Is that a conventional gummy bear? Juicy
No.
Burst Berry Medley?
Mixed fruit.
What the heck? That's not an option. You know, we're going to Walmart. Not presently, but
Juicy Burst.
Black Forest Juicy Burst mixed fruit. Oh, here they are. Pick up as soon as tomorrow. Ooh, this is tempting. So we're going to pause the show real quick. I'm going to go get these.
Top tier snacks.
Wow, I never heard of them.
Welcome back to the Basement Bird Show.
Real fruit juice.
Logan and Reid here.
Yeah. Hello.
With real fruit juice? I find that hard to believe.
That's what it says on the front. It doesn't say how much
It
real
says-
fruit juice.
It says 10%. Oh. It says over 10% fruit juice concentrate. What are you talking about? 100% juice.
I didn't say 100% juice.
Well,
I said real fruit juice.
oh.
Let me see if they're available
Flavored
in my
with
area.
other natural flavors. Anyway,
Out of stock.
I know, probably because they're such a fan favorite.
I have to drive 12 miles? That's actually not that bad. I've never been there before.
We've been experimenting with grocery delivery. It's only $5 to get groceries delivered. Hello.
How's that been going?
Is great.
How much does it cost you in gas to get there?
I don't know. But
Someone
the
didn't do all
time
the
that it
math.
saves is immeasurable.
I feel like it could be easily measured, but that's just me. Immeasurable, the
Why
time?
do you gotta be like that? Why do you gotta be like that, dude? So what's up? You have a mystery thing to talk about today that you wouldn't tell me.
I do, yeah, besides your grocery delivery, which you can talk about some other time, okay? So, I know that you don't watch a lot of baseball, but you know that the World Series it concluded this past weekend, right?
I didn't know that it had concluded. I knew that it was happening.
It did.
I didn't
The
know that someone
Dodgers-
won, though.
The Dodgers, unfortunately, won Game 7, defeated the Blue Jays in 7 games, and that was Saturday, okay? And every time I watch a sporting event that is not the Stanley Cup Final, okay, I'm reminded how much it irritates me how the other 3 sports leagues do the trophy presentations. Okay, I don't know
boy.
if I have a thing that I don't know if you're the same, but if you definitely aren't. I just answered my own question. If there is a sport in the Big Four, NHL, NBA, NFL, MLB, that is in their championship series, and there's a chance that the trophy gets presented, that a team can win the championship that night, I'm watching.
Correct.
Okay, are you the same way?
Just for hockey, I could care less. And I guess so.
Kind
I
of the
watched
Super Bowl?
the Super Bowl. I watched the
Yeah.
Super Bowl. That's my one football game a year that I'll watch.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's about where I'm at as well. So my thing that irritates me about this is I was watching, Dodgers won in 11 innings. It was a great game, a great series. Both teams played very well. So the end of the game, it's so, I don't know, I don't like how it goes, because the game ends, the team celebrates on the field, and then you go to 5 minutes of commercial, and then you come back, there's a stage on the field with the trophy sitting on this table that they look like they pulled out of the dugout locker room, somewhere. And then everyone's just there. And the commissioner says some things, oh, congratulations, everyone. And the team's up there, but then you have the owner and, the general manager and all these people. And then they go to hand the trophy over, and they give the trophy to the owner first. And I don't understand that. That's always irritated me. Why are we giving the trophy to the owner?
Because
the
he's
owner
paying, he's funding this whole operation, so I can understand that.
But the owner of the Dodgers didn't go out there and throw a shutdown 11th inning to secure the World Series. He didn't hit the go-ahead home run in the top of the 11th. He didn't do anything. Yeah, he's paying the guys, but the guys still need to perform. Give the trophy to the players, And that's the same thing with basketball. The NBA championship ends. Everyone goes crazy. They cut to an insanely long commercial break that takes forever to get through, and then they come back and everyone's just standing around the trophy. Same thing with football. Super long commercial break. Suddenly the trophy appears. Hockey, on the other hand, does it right. Okay. Team celebrates, of course. Then you have the handshake line. Great tradition. Show of sportsmanship. Fantastic. Love that. And then you go to maybe a small commercial break, and then they come back and you see the ice. The team is there, a little bit away from where the trophy will be, but you look, there's a pedestal, no trophy there yet, okay? Crazy concept, okay? Another thing I like about hockey, too, is that they do the MVP trophy first. Why are we giving out the team trophy and then the MVP? Do the MVP one first. Get it out of the way, That's okay. Not a lot of people care about that, okay? They get that out of the way, and then the Stanley Cup, being the greatest trophy in sports, gets this grand entrance, like it's a monarch, It's fantastic. It's not just
pomp
some
and circumstance, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's not some stick with a football on top of it. It's 3 feet tall. It's it's twice as tall as all the other trophies. It's the only one that there's only one of them. There's not a new one made every year. The names are engraved onto the side of it and things like that. And it comes out carried out with white gloves. It's fantastic. And that's just I was watching the World Series. I'm like, it just feels like you had such a great series with the World Series, and the game kind of came down to an anticlimactic ending. It was a double play on a broken bat, which was kind of disappointing, But, you have this great series, one of the greatest World Series of all time. I think people will look back and say for this one, it was a really good series in general. But then you have such an anticlimactic ending to it. You give it to the owner, and he goes, oh, hooray, and all the guys try to get a hand on this trophy, and then that's kind of it, It's just like, I don't know, maybe I'm just spoiled because I've been watching hockey so long and I've seen how the Stanley Cup does it, because then, the captain gets called over, to receive the trophy from the commissioner, and they do the player laps and everything like that. And there's so much more fanfare and allure around the Stanley Cup that makes it 100 times more interesting to me,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, every kid who's grown up playing hockey dreams of growing up and scoring a goal in overtime and raising the Stanley Cup,
Yes.
And there's just something magical about it, and it by far, I think we can agree on this, and I think even non-hockey fans have agreed that the Stanley Cup is the best trophy in all of pro sports. That is unmatched by any trophy ever.
It's the greatest trophy. It's the hardest one to win. Yes.
Is it the hardest one to win, you think?
I think so. I mean, if you look at the 4 main sports, the maximum time that is required to win it is the most out of all of them by playing time and by games.
Okay.
The physical toll that, it takes on you, as well. Hockey being an incredibly physical sport. Football, physical as well. But, it only takes a handful of games to win the Super Bowl. Obviously it's more make or break there. You don't have full series. People can argue their case. But hockey, you have 16 maximum games. Or 16 games you need to win. You can play a maximum
16
of...
minimum games.
16 games, not minimum or max.
If you swept all 4 rounds.
Yeah. 16 minimum
16
games you play. You have to win 16. You can play a maximum of, what would that be? 28 games?
Yeah.
So the most games, it's the greatest
trophy.
trophy.
That's after playing an 82 game regular season too.
After an 82 game regular season, the NBA has the same amount of games. Well, they got that play-in thing that they do now, but load management, yada yada. But no, I think the trophy or the Stanley Cup is easily the best trophy in sports. I think it also just looks the coolest. I found a photo recently of all of the big 4 trophies next to each other.
And there's the Stanley Cup in the middle?
No, it's on the end.
Oh.
I believe. But it's just like...
In the photos that I've seen, they always put the cup in the middle because it is the best trophy.
Oh,
And it's
that's where it
cool.
deserves to
It's
be.
cool that it gets passed around from team to team. Like
I
I
like
think
that
that's
too. Yeah.
like I didn't even that's just all I knew growing up was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's how it works, you know. And then in youth sports, it's the same way. Like if your team wins the trophy,
Yeah.
it's like a big trophy, and then you have to give it back, you know, for the next team,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
And
I
so, at least that's how we did it. And so then that was like all I was exposed to. So then when I found out like, oh, they get to keep like the Lombardi trophy, it's like
yeah.
that doesn't even what? Like
Yeah.
they make a new one every year? What's it what? That doesn't even make sense, but I mean,
Yeah.
I
I mean
guess.
that's what they do for the for the Super Bowl, for the Lombardi Trophy. They do that for the Commissioner's Trophy in baseball. They do it for the Larry O'Brien. A new one's made every year. I feel like that's another thing that adds to the Stanley Cup. Is that guys win it once and they get that taste of it, what it's like, to win it and to get that trophy. But like you said, after their summer is done with it, yeah, they have events throughout the season that they can, bring the cup to at their stadium and stuff like that, banner raisings and things like that, and, the cup travels and stuff to other teams and such. But, the winner eventually hands it back and it gets passed along to another team. You don't walk into an NHL team's front office and see a collection of trophies like you do for a basketball team, or for a baseball team. Some teams have smaller replicas of it, but you don't get the real thing. And I think that adds a big thing to it.
Yeah, and like at the United Center where the Bulls and the Blackhawks play, there is a whole display of all the NBA trophies, like from the Jordan era and from all of them that they've won,
Yeah.
and they're just on display there. But I think that's like I have a lot of weird hobbies and like collections.
Uh-huh.
I think it'd be cool to have a replica of like each of the trophies, like a full size replica.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
My brother has, it's not quite full size Stanley Cup.
That's cool.
That's like made of metal. That was
Wow.
like one of the official ones,
Wow.
That was like very expensive kind of thing. He got
Yeah,
it for
that's
he
really
wanted it
cool.
for his birthday one year. I have like a miniature World Series replica trophy from when the
Okay.
Sox won in 2005.
Nice. That one time the
Um,
Sox won.
Yeah, that
Recently,
one
at least.
time. I don't know. I just think it's cool, and like we have
Yeah.
I like the championship rings. I think are really cool too.
Yeah. I like
And you can get
championship
some
rings in
like
general, just apart from hockey. I think in general they're really cool.
yeah. Have I
But the
told
hockey
you
ones are neat.
my ring story ever?
No. Maybe?
So I have a here. Let me go get it. Actually,
Okay.
it's right over here. Or hold on a
He's gonna
second.
flex on us. Let's see this. How long is this cable we have with the IEMs here? He's going all over the basement. Surely he's grabbing something that will wow us all.
Okay.
All right, what are we working with
I
here?
gotta plug my ears back in, but
Oh, gotta
so
plug his ears back in. Drop
I
the ears.
have this Stanley Cup replica ring
Okay.
right here. I have it in a little box.
Oh wow.
There it is. That is the 2015 replica ring, right?
Okay. Nice.
And it's one of the official. I have the box right here, official rings. So when I was in the hospital one time,
Uh-huh.
they would have various people come and visit to the hospital, like pro athletes and whatnot. And one time I was in there, and Sir Patrick Kane came to visit, right?
Wow.
And so
Sir
he,
Patrick Kane.
Sir Patrick Kane, and they would every week they do they call it hospital bingo. They on their closed circuit television where
Yeah.
you could play bingo, and like if you couldn't go down there, like I couldn't leave my room, so you'd have to like call in if you got bingo. You get to talk to the people on air and whatnot. And so I found out that Patrick Kane was going to be playing bingo or calling the bingo numbers, right?
Oh, that's cool.
For hospital bingo. I'm like, all right, I obviously have to play. At this point, I wasn't playing a lot of hospital bingo anymore. I was like, this is for babies. But then when Patrick Kane's doing it, I'm like, obviously,
Yeah.
I'm going to play Hospital Bingo. I want to talk to Patrick Kane. So,
Yeah.
we play Hospital Bingo. I win, of course. And so I call down and I get to talk to Patrick Kane on the phone.
I win, of course.
And so we're they pan over to the prize rack and they've got all these prizes like
Hold up. You say pan. Is
Hawk
there a
stuff.
camera involved here? What's going on?
It's closed circuit television. Yeah, they have a whole like TV studio,
Oh, okay.
green screen control room, all sorts of stuff.
Oh, you play
in
this
there.
from your room. Duh.
Yeah. So because I couldn't leave my room.
Yeah, sorry. I
on.
just figured that out. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay, I got you. My bad.
they pan over with a camera so I can see the prize shelf, and they've got like Hawks flags and stuff, and like some stuffed animals or whatever. But I see the box for this replica ring. I'm like, obviously,
ring, yeah.
I want a replica ring. That's just the most
absolutely.
obvious prize ever. And so I was like, yeah, I want the replica ring. And so they're like, okay. And so then Patrick Kane goes, all right, here, I'll give you this one. And he had this replica ring on his finger, this one right here.
Wow.
He took it off his finger, put it in this box, signed the front of the box. That's Patrick Kane's signature right there.
Wow.
And they sent it up to my room. So this replica ring was on the
worn by
finger
Patrick Kane.
of Chicago Jesus. Yes.
That's pretty cool.
That is my
I don't think you've told me that story before.
Yeah. So that's my kind of cool fact about my replica
that's very
ring.
cool.
Nicole has one too I don't know where she got hers. And my brother has the red one. The red one is the second one, I want to say, the 2013 one, which is kind of cool, but
okay.
I think my story is a little cooler. Sorry.
Yeah,
I just had to brag a little bit about my
that's pretty neat.
ring. I think they're so cool. Like it's just a cool like idea.
Yeah.
It's not like engraved on the inside or anything.
Okay.
But it's cool. It's like I don't know. I have a thing for like replica.
it is cool.
I'd like to get I want to get the Cubs one too, the Cubs replica ring.
Oh yeah.
From their 2015 World Series.
Yeah.
Win. It's like it has like some blue gemstones and stuff in there.
That's
which is cool.
Back when Vegas won, they sold replica rings, but they were so expensive.
Yeah.
Insanely expensive.
Yeah, and that's why I never had like one of the like an official replica. Like this is the official replica.
Yeah.
I had to buy this little case separate. This is like a separate purchase.
That's funny.
I got it on Amazon.
That's crazy.
But they have like fake replicas, like knockoff replicas.
Yeah.
That I'm sure are still pretty good, but
yeah,
I don't know. It's still I don't know. And
you get what
so they give.
You get what
I
you
like
pay
the
for.
presentation now of the rings. Like you see like they had like a whole box that has like a video that plays.
Yeah, they put screens in them or stuff like that.
It's like or they have like a little light.
It opens it up and it it's spinning around or stuff. Or I like how they'll add different elements to the ring, like the Golden Knights one. The top part of it came off and became a pendant, or I think the OKC Thunder did something for theirs as well recently that has it has a smaller removable ring inside the top that opens up.
Whoa.
Yeah, which is crazy because they're like, oh,
that is cool
because it's such a big ring that's obviously very cumbersome to wear around. But if you want to wear your championship ring, there's a smaller one that comes with it. I'm like, that's sick. They're thinking of so many new cool things, that they can do with these.
Have you ever gotten to try on a real championship ring from any team?
I have not. No, I have not had the opportunity to.
Yeah, no. I've gotten to a few times with a couple different Hawks rings, and
that's
then
cool.
We had a guest on the hockey podcast that I do last year. It was the coach's son who won the Calder Cup in Hershey.
Okay.
And so he brought, when we recorded with him, he brought his ring. He went and got it out of the safe. He keeps it in a safe.
What year was that?
This was last year. When did the Hershey Bears win.
They won. I mean, they've won 13 of them.
Well, most
They
recently.
won most recently 23-24.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Let me see what
So,
that looks
yeah,
like.
because last year was 24-25.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was really cool. Like I
Oh,
got
like
to
this like
actually hold
square
it
one
and
with the bear in the middle.
yeah. And
That's
I
pretty
mean
cool.
those things like this, the replica Hawks one is tiny. Like this one
Yeah.
probably could have fit inside the real Calder Cup ring.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I mean those
Yeah.
things are gigantic.
I was gonna say
They're
they are
not.
absolute rocks that you get. Yeah. It's crazy. I'm still in awe of just how large these things are getting. They're just huge.
Yeah, but I also have just like really skinny fingers.
Okay.
Like
Do
my
you know what your ring
grandfather.
size is?
I don't. No, I'm
No.
gonna have to find that out though. 'Cause
You
Nicole's gonna have to
will.
buy a
Yeah.
ring.
Look at that.
I know Nicole's ring size,
I hope
five
so.
and a half. But
Did you know that before getting the engagement ring? Or was it like a
well,
I'll get
we
the
went and
engagement
got her
ring?
measured.
Okay. How did you find a way to do it discreetly so she didn't know that you were up to anything, or did you do it well in advance to actually proposing?
This was probably a year in advance of
Okay.
proposing, or it was
Okay.
like we were at the mall, and I was like, "Hey, let's go look at rings," and then she's like, "What? Oh my god, what?"
It's happening.
And I was like, "You got to pick out which one you want. I'm not picking it out."
Yeah,
So,
no. Good for you.
and
Good
then
for
we
you.
just
That's a
it was
good
just the
idea.
one time. It was just the one time. They measured her. She picked out one she wanted, and then we just never spoke of it again.
Nice. And you're like, yep,
And then it
works
was
for me. No.
it was. I mean, that was probably close to a year in advance.
Okay, gotcha.
Had to be.
Yeah.
So
Well, as someone who was there, I can confirm that she was very surprised when you actually did it. Yeah, she did not suspect a thing.
yeah, right? Isn't that weird though? Like how we
Right.
yeah, I don't know. With that, we've had that conversation though. But it's time
Yeah,
for odd news
it sure
uh,
is.
here on the Basement Bird Show.
Yeah. I'll let you start us off. Do you want to start us
Okay.
off?
Yeah. So, I'm a certain fan of certain long-necked, long-legged bird species. I have always wanted to like ride an emu. I don't know if you have
Whoa.
like these visions of
An emu? An emu?
yeah,
How do I say
an
it?
emu, an
An emu.
emu,
Okay, there we go.
emu.
Gosh, I was like second guessing how you're actually supposed to say it.
Yeah. So there was an emu named Frank that was captured over in Arizona.
Sorry, I just
You
saw
all
a
right?
great line in this article that I hope you get to.
Emu named Frank was captured after 2 days on the loose in Arizona. So the police department from Cottonwood released the video of the moment when Frank was finally captured after 2 days on the loose. There were several 911 calls
Wow,
reported
this is a
about
big
an
bird.
emu running loose through traffic last week. So, that's always interesting. Our dispatch started getting calls. There was an emu walking through the parking lot of our Walmart here in town and trying to attack people. This is what Officer Kellen Burns told KPNX TV. Burns said one caller had mistaken the Australian bird for a baby giraffe. What?
That was the line I was laughing at.
What? A baby giraffe?
A
That's
baby, it
even
looks nothing like a baby giraffe. It looks like
giraffes
an
are
emu.
yellow. What are you talking about?
I don't know. Maybe a baby giraffe isn't yellow.
I don't
Oh,
know.
wow,
Apparently, they
that's
can
so
run
good.
about 30 miles an hour.
That's crazy.
And I guess he had the afterburners on that day, the Burns said, because they couldn't catch him. So,
My word, that's remarkable. Mistaking it for a baby giraffe is hilarious.
yeah.
Wow.
But Burns said the emu was finally caught thanks to its pursuers learning an unusual tidbit of animal trivia. You'll like this one for your next game of trivia.
Uh-huh.
Emus can't walk backwards. Interesting.
Whoa.
The officers were able to corner the emu next to a fence and take it into custody, so it can't move backwards.
Wow, interesting.
I didn't know that about
Very interesting.
the emu.
Huh.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah. So
That's
you learn something
crazy.
new every day, I guess.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Well, mine, I did see some stories about our good friend David Rush that I was very tempted to do or to do for my odd news, but
Man
I
uses
decided,
cone to catch ice cream scoop 55
yes,
feet away. Yes.
yep,
Okay.
I
All
decided
right.
against it. This one takes us to actually a topic of a book I read recently, to
Is it about a naughty
Chernobyl.
flamingo?
It's not
Oh,
about a naughty flame. This takes us to Chernobyl, okay, the site of the nuclear disaster back in the 80s. Read a very good book
yep.
about it recently. They have been finding that there are blue dogs wandering around the Chernobyl exclusion zone.
Okay.
There's a charity called Dogs of Chernobyl, which is affiliated with the Clean Futures Fund charity. They're trying to trap dogs to be spayed and neutered in the Chernobyl zone when they spotted unusual colored canines, they said. Dogs that were completely blue. You got to look at this. You got to see these dogs. Like this dog
Where is it at?
is
Is it
blue.
on
It's on,
UPI?
yeah, UPI. You may need to scroll a bit. The crazy thing too is
Oh yeah,
that
here we go.
local residents who live in the exclusion zone said that the dogs had not been blue 1 week earlier.
Oh,
So it appears that they're getting into something. Don't know if this is tied into the radiation in the area, but they say it's unlikely that it would be, and it could be some sort of chemical. This is a great line, such as a blue liquid from a leaking portable toilet. The dogs do appear healthy, though, and active despite their unusual color, and they're still trying to capture the dogs to try to figure it out. But this also says, here's a really interesting thing. There are 700 dogs living in the Chernobyl exclusion zone, and they are
yeah.
descendants of the pets that were abandoned when the area was evacuated after the meltdown,
Yep.
which is crazy.
Have you watched the Chernobyl series on
I
HBO
have.
Max?
I watched that when it came out, and it was incredible. I want to watch it again.
I've watched it twice. And you know, my
It's
dad
so
works
good.
at a nuclear power plant, so
He
it
does.
hits very close to home.
Yeah, this
So we
book,
should talk
though,
about that sometime. Yeah.
this book,
Have you
really good, though,
Yeah.
as well, if you want to learn more about Chernobyl. It's called Midnight in Chernobyl. I got it from my dad. Well, no, actually, my brother and I bought it for my dad for Father's Day, and now I have it for my dad to read it. But really good book. Chernobyl, on the other hand,
You're talking about me read a book? What?
apart from the dogs,
Ryan.
is just a very interesting part of history to me. And they actually before the whole Russian invasion of Ukraine thing, they did tours of
Yep.
the Chernobyl zone, and I think that would be really cool to go on someday.
Yes. It would be.
I don't know.
There's
I feel like
another
it's just
series.
a very interesting area. I don't know. Something about it captivates me.
It is. And the series was very interesting too. You know, just to learn about, I mean, knowing what I know about nuclear power and like,
Yeah.
hearing what my dad said about, how things operate at those places,
Yeah.
and like the plant that he works at has a different kind of reactor than the one that was in the Chernobyl plant,
Yeah.
and that was a calamity of errors,
Yes. Oh my
on
gosh.
all parts. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
so and generally it is, but I could talk about nuclear power all day. But anyway, yeah, blue
Yeah.
dogs are weird though.
Yeah.
Um,
Right. Isn't that funky?
yeah, that is very funky.
Which power plant does your father work at?
He works in Braidwood for
Braidwood. Okay.
Constellation. Uh,
Okay.
Clean energy generating station. They don't
This
like to
is
call them nuclear power plants anymore
this is
because they're
crazy.
afraid of
They
that
have
word.
6 power stations, and they make over 50% of the power
Yeah.
in Illinois. That's incredible.
Yep. Yeah. The first
Yeah.
power
Wow.
plant in the country, maybe in the world, was in Illinois. So it's a very rich history of nuclear power plants in Illinois. I've been inside the one in Braidwood.
Oh wow.
They have for tours and stuff. So the person, our professor from school, his parent lives right next to where that property is.
Okay.
and so they got to tour it and go into where the reactor was before they turned it on.
Whoa.
So like right after they
Whoa.
built it, they got to go into the actual room where it is,
Wow, this is
which is
crazy.
kind of cool.
The first reactor came online in 87, which was a year after Chernobyl.
Yeah, and
Wow.
so
If I come
not
visit you, can your dad take me to the power plant so I can get a tour?
no,
Damn
but
it.
I don't think it's not that simple. I've only been in there twice.
Okay.
They've only done tours twice, and they've really ramped up the security
Yeah.
where it used to be.
It's
But
the nuclear power, excuse me, a clean energy center.
it's a clean energy
I
generating
love that
station.
name.
Yeah,
It's technically not a lie because nuclear is clean energy.
yeah. But it's like we. I mean, I've been to the prop. That's where they do the fishing tournament in the cooling lake. So the fish
Oh,
are in
that's
the
really
cooling lake.
interesting. Okay.
And so I've like gone into the cooling lake before, which is an interesting experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
Did you
around.
grow like a third arm or something?
Well, that water's not radioactive.
Yeah,
you
I
know.
know. I know. It's used for cooling. Yeah, it cycles in and out. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it's always warm though, which is weird. Like it's super warm,
Interesting.
like it's like a bath water
Interesting.
all the
I guess
time.
it's still
So
still cooler than, what's going on in the plant, so it works.
yeah, but we could talk. We should talk. We should. That should be next episode. Is about
Hey, I find nuclear
nuclear
power
power.
really interesting.
Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah, if we could have my dad on and talk to him about it, I'm sure that would be a hoot and a half.
could we do that?
We could probably
Yeah, maybe that's the way to get your dad on is to actually
just
have
to
him
talk about.
talk about something
power.
that he knows and not
We
just
had a-
random stuff before it goes off the rails.
We oh god, this is a good one. We had him, and I will talk more about it next week. But I had him. We were learning about nuclear power in 8th grade, and
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, well, my dad works at a nuclear power
How
plant."
long has your
And they're
dad
like,
worked
"Oh,
there?
35 years.
Wow,
He started working
okay.
there when he was younger than me. Right now,
Wow.
And he's worked there. He's gonna retire though
What does he
at the end
do?
of this year. He's in mechanical maintenance, so he's actually in charge of the doors. So there's a lot of doors in that place, and
Oh,
certain
wow.
doors need to be locked, or if they're not locked, they have to have a security guard stand there and block the door. So it's a very
He's
important
just in
job.
charge of the doors.
Yeah. Well,
Wow,
no,
that's
no,
interesting.
no, not just no, but he's like the door specialist.
He's the door guy.
And he also like they'll like replace valves and stuff, and it's a very
Okay.
impressive place.
Yeah.
But we'll talk more about it next week.
Yes.
That'll be a good topic of conversation. Maybe we'll talk my dad into getting on the show.
Okay. Well,
That'll
I don't
be
think that will. I don't think that will take much convincing, but
I don't think he's been asking. So
yeah, I was gonna say he's been asking a lot. Yeah.
so
No, that
Yeah.
would be cool. That would be a lot of fun to learn.
yeah.
Hopefully,
So we'll have to think of
hopefully everyone else
some
would
topics
enjoy
of
it.
conversation.
Oh, I got plenty. I got plenty.
Some questions. All right. Well, cool. Well, I don't know how to end it now. We follow us
I don't know.
on social media,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
otherwise,
Logan's got some
catch
great
y'all on
clips
the
coming
next
down
one.
the pipe.
I'm working on it. Okay, I finally have a weekend free. Nicole's going out of town. We'll have a clip. All right. All right.
yes, yes.
All right. We'll catch y'all on the next one.
See ya.